Okay, hey, we're here with Big Brock, Big Brother Brock, Drake's big brother, to help us kind of isolate some things that we're working on with our hitters this year. You know, it's been an ongoing process the last 3 or 4 years that we've been working with the boys on just getting a really frosty swing. And Brock here, who's 15 now, is just coming into his own as far as really being able to command the swing and realize that everything we do to talk about swinging is really oversimplifying a very, very impossible process. And you know, even in a softball game or a wiffle ball game, it's very hard to hit a ball squarely, much less to do it if someone's throwing at you sometimes 55, 60 miles an hour, which is what our boys are facing this year. So here I want to have Brock go through some slow motion aspects of the swing and his swing and the swing bat, which we use in practice sometimes to show what we're really looking for. So Brock can just do a full swing and do it in slow motion. If you do a slow motion here for us, Brock, let's do it. Okay, that was right where he came to the point of contact. And again, he's opened up his hips. Now realize the opening of the hips happens incredibly fast, and sometimes it's hard to tell if the hips are really getting in front of the hands, because like we've said for years, the hips lead the hands through the hitting zone. And if that doesn't happen, even if you hit it squarely, even if you have really strong arms, you're only going to hit the ball so well. And I've been really proud of some of the shots we've had so far this year. The other night at Blazer Field, and even early in our first game, that it was people really getting into the ball. And at third base, I'm able to see the hips fire before the knob of the bat. That's one of the advantages of being down at third base. And I got to tell you, a lot of the boys are really learning this. But now, Brock, if you do like a full swing, just do a full swing, full out swing. Okay, and that's one thing we're doing. You see how the hips fire. Now, again, it's kind of almost a thing where I couldn't even tell if he had his hips in front. Now, I think he did, and I know in batting practice, which he just had earlier today, he was hitting the ball really well. So you know they're hitting well. They're hitting it right way. Like right there, I could tell that his hips fired first. If you want to do a couple more, Brock, just do one more really, really slow. And realize that we're trying to hit the ball out in front of the plate always. Now, the outside pitch, we're trying to hit it back a little bit further back on the corner of the plate, but let's do it real slowly. Okay, that was that an outside pitch you were imagining? Was that an outside pitch? Okay, but that was more like something on the outside. Now do one on the inside part of the plate if you can, the one that's coming in. Remember, we have to open up a little bit more on an inside pitch, and we have to get the ball out in front. But in every case, we're hitting the ball out in front of the plate. That's one of the reasons why we had the boys stand back on the back angle, that 45-degree angle with their front foot, because we want the swing to be coming out in front of the plate, and they've all been doing a good job with that. But can you grab that swing bat now, Brock, to further show that point? Again, I want to thank Brock for helping us out here. But this is swing bat. We use this in practice. I bring it sometimes, and it's hard to get the time to do this, but show where we want the click. Just come to the point of contact if you can a few times, Brock. Okay, that snapped right where it should have. And Brock's in really an ideal situation. Now, again, granted, it's hard to hit a ball that's coming in his case 75 to 85 miles an hour sometimes. Our boys are, believe it or not, facing pitching that's 60, 65, believe it or not, and will, as the year goes along, maybe even get close to 70. But do it again, Brock. Do it another one just right. Let's do one on more of the inside part of the plate if you can. And you might see, let me have you do another one. Brock does a very short, straight, and just small step with the front foot. Let's do it again, Brock. You know, it's one of those things where if you do anything too elongated or too elaborate, it ends up, just throwing their timing off. Now, granted, I want them to hit big shots, but I want them to hit one squarely. But and one thing you might notice too, Brock, show them how you load. The load is something that we're trying to get. You know, it used to be like 2 years ago when they were little. We're trying to get them to do this Nike swoosh with their arms. But really, the load, we just want the weight to get back. Just show me a load. Just show me a good load. Now, right there, Brock's weight is back. He's feeling his weight on the inside part of his right foot. Is that correct, Brock? Like, you're supposed to have about 80% of your weight. It's almost like, just pick up your front leg and let's see if you're balanced in that. So that's what you really want to be. Now, again, if you look at old footage of Babe Ruth took a big roundhouse swing to where that front foot was up. But you really just want, the load is almost imperceptible. Now, again, back when they were little, we were trying to have them do a big load. But really what we want them to do is, now just do two or three things in a row, Brock, and we'll show them what we mean. Just a nice load, weight to the back. Okay, go ahead. Okay. And that snapped right where it should, right in front of the plate. We'll do it again, do a couple more. Okay, very good. Again, and he begins balanced. As he's swinging, he's balanced, and when he's finished, he's balanced. Now again, Brock's in the cage. This isn't live action, but you practice as you play, and you'll play like you practice. So if you practice his swinging, doing nice balanced swings, even if you're on deck circle, or even if you're throwing a kid a wiffle ball in the backyard, or you're throwing your athlete soft pitches in the batting cage, you want to work on balance. You want to be balanced throughout, because balance is the key to being strong. If you're not balanced all the way through, or at any point, you're going to be off. You're not going to have the power. So anyway, thank you for your time and attention, and thank you, Brock, for helping out Drake and the 11U Bombers. Thanks, Drake. Thanks, Brock.